So, night before last, I was awoken with this, and so I'm sharing it. We live in a generation where we live for things. We aren't living for a purpose. We're thinking things are our purpose, but we were never created to obsess over things. We work our jobs to accomplish things. We scroll the internet to purchase things that we weren't even looking for to buy in the first place. We purchase homes after marriage because we are told that is the dream. We purchase expensive cars to show off our financial status, even if it's not true. We show off ourselves on social media to make people believe things that may not be true or hype them up bigger than what they are. We buy brand name purses, shoes, belts, glasses, baby car seats, even water that has gold in it, and anything to make ourselves look good or look the part. We're always trying to one up our peers, our family, our friends. And if we are wealthy, we simply show off. When I was younger, I went to school with the children that were very, very wealthy. Their parents were wealthy citizens. And being from the hood, we saw the desires. We saw the desires that we wanted by looking at the clothes that they were wearing, the cars that were being driven, the jewelry they were wearing. My grandmother, who used to be a maid, housekeeper, nanny for a wealthy family, wealthy Caucasian, well, Jewish family, um, showed them the difference. Show my grandma the difference between people who lived with old money and new money. People live modest and they choose quality with old money. People with new money splurged and they showed off their newfound money with a lavish lifestyle that were bright neon signs. I mean, it just said, "Look at me, I'm rich." As Nene would say, "I'm rich," right? So they showed off everything, and she taught me what she learned. She taught me to value things that had quality and value people with modesty. She taught me that when I have my own, no one should ever know. They shouldn't know the difference between if you were broke or if you were rich. They might notice certain qualities about me to recognize that there was something, but they'd never know what is actually true. I met a homeless man once who had all kind of money. And sometimes he would ask for money. And I remember my son saying, "Here, I'll give you some money." And then another time he seen him and he said, "Can I have some money?" And the man pulled out this wads of money. I finally got to talk to the man who said, "I have money. I just like to see how generous people are." And he likes giving it back. So my grandmother taught me those things, and I'm hoping that maybe I can impress upon you the same things. We should choose quality, um, not because of a brand. Some things quality is not in the brand, it's just the label. We should choose things because they last long, because of durability. Most people want a Mercedes Benz, but do you really understand why it is a good car, not just a shiny object? Um, and if I dig a little deeper into that, you'd probably be amazed at what you bought when it comes to the classes of Mercedes. I understand Mercedes very well, and I understand vehicles very well because of my father. But there's a purpose for all those classes when you buy Mercedes, but that's a whole nother topic. We no longer serve a purpose, but we serve a God of instability. We never have enough, so now we serve a God of insatiability. We never have enough because we no longer serve purpose, but now we worship stuff, acquiring things. I know people who have money and are miserable. I know people who convince themselves that they are happy because they've earned money, and they are miserable. But there's a reason why the rich and famous and the socialites suffer with depression, emotional triggers, delusions, suicide ideations, homicide ideations, from becoming obsessed and to suicide. See, and not to say that's the reasons, it's because of things, but a lot of people that I know, they have things that are so down within that they haven't learned how to deal with purpose and why they're here, that they're bogged down with the hurt, and now they're lashing out differently, and they thought money would make them happy. A lot of people I know grew up poor in the hood, and they're depressed because what we saw was great and we thought that'll make us happy. But I remember one of my friend's sister committed suicide, who was rich, and we thought, wow, she has everything. How come? It wouldn't be until I got older that I realized money are things and it doesn't buy happiness. The more money, the more problems. The larger the money, the larger the bills. The more money, the fewer genuine friends. And the ride or die marriages, well, sometimes they're just waiting for you to die. And everything you do, have a purpose. Work your job with purpose. Work it with intentions. Work the job because you took the job, not because of the check. If you took the job because of the check, hurry up and find the job that you're happy with and you find purpose. If you're a lot attended, like to drive people's cars and park them, if it gives you purpose to see someone smile, then do so. If it gives you purpose because you feel you're honest and you won't take things out of their car, then that very well, those simple things mean so much to people that it very well could be your purpose. So work your jobs with intentions. Customer service, I do this for a living, and I know that teaching customer service in this generation is the hardest thing. Treat people the way you want to be treated. When you go to a restaurant, how do you want to be treated? Earn their respect, and they'll respect you back. They'll respect you with the utmost. They'll remember you. They'll call on you. They'll look for you. Wake up with purpose. Smile on purpose. Love on purpose. Buy products on purpose, not aimlessly, frivolously, and wondering, how'd you get in this place? How'd you get in debt? How'd you become depressed? How'd you become abusive? How'd you get in an abusive relationship? How'd you become homeless? How'd you become isolated? That feeling of loneliness in a big old gigantic house. Have all the money in the world, but still feeling unloved. Change your mindset. Change your strategy. Change your goals. Live life on purpose, with purpose, and not for things. And those relationship goals, you got that wrong too. The relationships goals should be relationships that define a purpose. If there's no purpose in a relationship other than sex, he buys me stuff, she's my sugar mama. If there's no purpose, something you have in common, something you work for, other than the money, the house, what about we love each other? That's a ministry. What about we want to show people how to bring different cultures together? What about we go out, we feed the homeless? What about we help youth? We both have the same mindset. Let's strive to build something. Let's build an empire based on what we love. Let's put the love of people, the love of service, before the love of money. God gave me this. I was awoken on September 9th, early in the morning, and I wrote it down, and so I'm sharing it with you. Have purpose in your life. Love you.